Channel news.
Hello everyone, my name is PlasmaMuffin, and welcome back to Risk of Rain 2. Today I'm going to be doing a channel news update thingy again, and as usual I'm playing Risk of Rain 2, or Risk of Rain while I'm doing it. So, let's get started. Just gonna do normal. So, you may have noticed that this looks a little different. That is because I have it on the higher resolution, and I really hope that... Is this gonna be too loud? Here, let me just lower the volume down to about there. That should be good. It still seems kind of loud to me, but hopefully it's going to be quiet enough for you guys to hear. So a while back I mentioned that I was working on building a computer. Well, I have built that computer now, and that is what I'm using to record. In fact, that's one of the reasons why there's been such a delay between this video and my last one, the Cube World one, which was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Part of that was because I was trying to get my new computer to work, and it was being very stubborn. So, about that, basically what happened is that the graphics card that we got, everything worked except the graphics card. That guy didn't give me any money. I had 24 when I killed him. Did that guy actually not give me any money? Anyway, the graphics card that we got was a used GTX 960, and I'm guessing it's because it was used, but it didn't work for some reason. Like, it worked for most things. It worked for, like, most things ran fine. Minecraft ran fine, Terraria ran fine, Hollow Knight, Magic Maker, all the games, they all ran perfectly fine, better than on the previous computer. Except for Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Risk of Rain 2. The 3 games that I specifically needed the better graphic card for. And the thing is, they wouldn't even run. Like, all the other games, like Minecraft ran better than on the old computer, but Risk of Rain 2, Dark Souls 3, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice didn't run at all on the new computer, whereas they did run on the old computer just very badly. That's why I'm in full screen now, is because the better computer allows me to have a... Well, I was already in full screen. I have a better resolution. That's the thing that happened. So you're probably thinking, well, if your graphics card doesn't work, how are you recording? How are you playing? But what happened is we're using a temporary graphics card right now. It's better than the old one, but not as good as we need. And so we've ordered a new graphics card, which is a new, not used GTX 970, which is a step up from the 960, and it's like, I don't know, 60% better or something, and it costs about the same. It's funny that the new GTX 970 costs about the same as the used GTX 960. That was kind of weird, but I'm not complaining, because cheap card. Also, with the 960 that didn't work, for some reason, drivers wouldn't install. Like, the driver that came with it on a disc, that was like version 380 or something, that one worked. But the newest drivers from the website, the NVIDIA website, nothing beyond that worked. Like, anything above, I think, 400-ish or so. We didn't test the exact number, but everything above that just didn't work. Like, it would install, and it would say, installed, restart your computer, so then we restart the computer, and it didn't work. This chest is standing on one leg, so to speak. That's very interesting. So, what was I saying? I was saying something. Definitely saying something. let's look at my graphics cards. Anyway, so yeah, once we restart the computer, it would just stop working. It would say, hey, your graphics card messed up. Can't do anything until you fix it. And some of the drivers, we even got blue screens when we tried to install them, so that's fun. But I do not fear blue screens because now I know how to deal with another weakness. It's called safe mode. So yeah, we've been having trouble with the computer, so it's not quite done. We did put it all together, it's all new parts, and it's really cool. It's working better than the old computer, but still not quite where I want, so we're gonna have to deal with that. No, thank you. Well, no. Every time we pick up shaped glass, I always just die. So that's a thing, computer, and when it does finally, when the card gets here, which should get here in like, I don't know, a month. I don't know why it took so long. It's coming from China. I guess that might be why it's taken so long, but still, I feel like it shouldn't take quite so long to get here. Anyway, what is the next thing I want to talk about? Oh yeah, so the Risk of Rain updated to 1.0, which is cool. However, it's like it added up the final stage and the final boss, and honestly, I'm kind of disappointed with the final update. I'm not really going to go into detail in this video on why I don't like it. That's going to be for a separate, specific video. I'm going to make detail on all of my problems with the update and recommendations for how to fix and all that stuff. But yeah, it updated and changed a few things. So, back to the channel. I am almost... I love the names I came up with for these things, for all the enemies and stuff. That's just great. I crack myself up. I have a very great sense of humor, and man, I hate these things. This is like the worst boss in the game. They are a pain to deal with. That's why I named them Giant Jelly Booger, Big Dumb Stupid Idiot Moron Jerk. In case you can't read that, it's too small or something. But, so yeah, to the channel, I've almost finished a Hollow Knight randomness video. The next Hollow Knight randomness video. I mean, obviously it's the next one, because it's still... Well, I mean, duh, it's gotta be the next one if it's gonna be... like, if I haven't finished, like, one that's, like, 3 episodes away from now. That would just make no sense. I'm gonna die. Fortunately, I have a fruit snack cookie, which feels... Anyway, ooh, Genesis loot. I've changed some of the names. A while back, I did a video where I changed all the names of a bunch of items in this game. For some reason, some of them haven't taken effect. I don't know why, but most of the names actually got reset when I updated the game. So I went through and rechanged some of them and changed some others to new things. For some reason, it only saved some of them getting changed. But at any rate, that's still fun. So, I literally just have, like, one small thing I need to do. I just need to finish the end card and then do a little bit of extra editing, and... Look at this! I have a yellow item, 2 green items, and only 1 white item. Oh, and an orange, use item. Like, what the heck is that? I was talking about something. I always lose my train of thought. Anyway, so yeah, Hollow Knight randomness is going to be coming soon-ish. I would love it to come very soon, but chances are it's going to come later. Like, maybe October. I was hoping to get it done in September, but I'm just... Basically, I've been kind of depressed lately, and I've had no motivation and stuff. I've talked about all this before, but yeah, that's still going on because it does that, and it's lasting longer than I would like. I mean, just existing is more than I would like, but it's lasting like even longer than that, so even just doing the end, I still haven't done even just the end card for the Risk of Rain edit. Blah. I'm trying to get my thoughts together while playing the game, and getting my thoughts together when my thinking has my undivided attention is not easy in the best of times. I've got like 80 HD TV or whatever you call that. I don't actually have ADHD, I don't think. I might, I don't know. It's never been diagnosed, but I'm getting off topic again. What was I talking about? I get off topic talking about being off topic. What am I even doing? And of course I get another green item. What was the other thing I was gonna talk about? Oh yeah, depression. Cool. So I still don't have the motivation to edit the Hollow Knight video. That's what it's called. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember simple names and get the foot. Yeah, see, that's called Paul's Goat Hoof. It's supposed to be called Foot, but it's called Paul's Goat Hoof instead of Foot. It says that for some reason. However, the foreign fruit is called Fruit Snack. So yeah, I don't know why some things are working, some aren't. Some things, aren't. Words and language. Yeah, I am definitely suited to be a commentator style YouTuber. I should give myself a script for these videos, because honestly, that would probably make them a lot more coherent. But hopefully, my motivation will return at least a little bit sometime soonish, and I will be able to finish that Hollow Knight video and get that out. Because it's been like a year. It's legit been like a year since I started editing that. But here's the thing. I had specific things I wanted to put in this episode. There's like two kinds of Hollow Knight randomness content. The first kind is specific ideas I have where I'm like, okay, I want to make a joke about, I don't know, Deep Nest. So then I go find the situation I need to be in to record that, and then I record it. If it works, I put it in the video. If it doesn't work, I record it again until it works, and then I, where the heck is the dude? Where's the dude? There he is. He's called Sandcrabs. Yeah, see, that one got changed, but some of the others didn't. Why am I making the same point over and over again? You know what I'm saying. So when I have something specific I need to edit in, that takes a while, because I have to get the situation just right to do it. And trying to orchestrate things in Hollow Knight is very a pain. That's why all your Hollow Knight pain one video took so long to make, is because I had to orchestrate everything I wanted to put in the video, and it was very hard. Because a lot of that stuff just sort of happens by luck. Bad luck, generally. So that takes a while. And the other kind of Hollow Knight randomness content is where I just play the game, and whatever happens, I'll just put funny captions over, and if I can't think of anything funny to edit in, then I'll just not put that. I'll just like edit that part out, and that's the easiest one to do. That's that Risk of Rain 2 randomness. That's what that one was. It was just, you can probably tell because it wasn't very polished, but that one was just me taking the content that I got and editing it. So Those are way easier to do. But most of this episode was specific jokes that I had in my brain that I wanted to do. So they took longer, like a year specifically. And oh, so the next Hollow Knight randomness episode should come slightly faster, like less than a year faster. I'm not saying it's gonna be like a week after the next one, but that'd be fantastic. I don't know about that, but it's gonna come out sooner than the last one, most likely, because it's probably going to be less scripted and more just reacting to what happens. Because then I can just do like one big long recording and then cut it up and edit it instead of having to take a bunch of very specific separate recordings in particular areas multiple times until I get it right, then editing those together, and that takes forever and is a pain and stuff. So yeah, that's mostly good news. I know they're saying that it's coming soon to TN for a very long time, but it actually is going to be soon. It's going to come out before the end of 2020. I'm determined to make that one good thing that happens in 2020. I want to finish that episode. It's going to be my crowning achievement for this year, is making one Hollow Knight video. Well, I make two. The Pain video, that one was made in 2020. That one, that's my most popular video now. It's got the most views and the most comments. I don't know if it has the most likes, because I actually don't check the likes very often. Surprisingly enough. All these other YouTubers are like, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm just like, dude, look how many views I got. Anyway, like, I mean, I like likes. Likes are cool, but for some reason I just don't notice them when I check the stats of my video. I'm like, look how many comments and views this video has, and I just completely gloss over the likes. But yeah, it's got my previous best video was Hollow Knight Randomness episode 3, but this one is the All Your Hollow Knight Pain 1 video. It's even more popular than that one, so that's an accomplishment. I'm very happy about that. And I'm still getting comments on it. I've got over 1,000 comments, which is insane. I love it. I'm getting tired just talking. I need to work out, man. Unfortunately, nothing in my life works out, including me. But, so in the update, tri-tip daggers are now super good. They're basically the only item that was actually made better. Pretty much everything else was just made worse, unfortunately. You can get exactly enough for 100% bleed chance. It'd be nice if each one, like, increased the damage of the bleed or something, so there'd be a point to getting more than 7 of them, because I don't like items that have finite stacks. Because that way, when you have them, and you get more than the recommended daily dose of stacks, then you're just like, ah, well, this would be good if I didn't already have a bunch of them. Now it's just useless. I'm really surprised they haven't changed the Chrono Bobble. Like, it's been memed on since it was released, since the game's release over a year ago, and they still haven't fixed it. It's still dead useless. Emphasis on dead, because that's what's gonna happen if you get a bunch of those. Oh man, it's my least favorite stage. That's fun. Anyway, I said I wasn't gonna talk much about the update, so I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna end this video before I get to the final boss, so you don't have to worry about spoilers for that. Look at that! I just obliterated the dude just because of the bleeding. Oh, they have 2 guillotines as well, that's nice. Yeah, bleeding is super good now. Specifically, bleeding you apply to enemies. I don't think bleeding you take is affected. It might be. Might be, but I don't think it is. I miss when these crystals were black. They looked way cooler then. I mean, now it kind of fits with this color scheme of the level more, but it doesn't look as good. There's no point matching colors if the colors you match don't look good. And of course now there's no enemies. That's annoying. Oh, except that one clay boy over there. Can't even reach him. My bullets vaporize before they even get to him, because I guess they're allergic to oxygen or something. So what is there to talk about? Not much, because we can just make this like a normal video now that I've exhausted all the news. Orb has gone off. It's not an orb, it's a tentacle loop. My loop went off, but it made a orb. Made a boom orb. Those are little orbs. It's annoying that the text faces... I'm pointing with my hand as if you can see me in real life. I am a genius. Intelligence 100. Good grief. I literally just, I'm like, oh hey, look at that, as if you can see where my finger's pointing. Oh my goodness. Intelligent boy over here. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, so it's annoying that the number above chest that tells you how expensive they are. It's annoying that that's displayed, like it's angled towards your character instead of towards your screen, so you can't always see it. That's been a thing since the beginning of the game, and it still annoys me. Like, it's not completely unreadable, it's just obnoxious, but when you have a... I'm ranting about the game again. Whatever. When you have a bunch of little obnoxious things in the game, they add up and make the game more obnoxious. And I still don't like the music on this level. I wish I could go back to the... Scorched Acres is my least favorite update, because it messed with the music of a lot of stages. Like the Titanic Plains music, which is what's playing right now. I mean, technically it's not just the Titanic Plains music now, because it's used for Scorched Acres as well. Why is it that my least favorite song from the game is the one that gets given to 2 different stages? And then the one song that was actually improved, Distant Roost, that song isn't even... It only plays for 1 stage. So you could potentially go an entire run without hearing it at all, just because if you don't get Distant Roost as your first stage, then you're not going to hear it in that run unless you loop. And even if you loop, you still might not hear it. But meanwhile, there's this one. I really want to save... I want to save the rants for the actual feedback video. Maybe I should make that video soon. It just... See, the way my motivation works, or lack of motivation works, is basically... Got 2 healing items from that, that's nice. It's basically... I just think about the work involved, the work that would be involved in the video, or whatever it is I don't have the motivation to do, and I'm just... My brain just goes, ugh. And then sometimes if I, like... Sometimes just thinking about it does this, but if I try and... Like, if I try and edit a Hollow Knight video when I'm not up to it, as soon as I open the program, even before it's finished opening, I just have this... I just feel this big bubble of stress immediately expand in my gut. I'm just like, ugh, I can't do this, and... have to stop it. So that's why I can't do it. I'm just not strong enough to push forward past that. And also, that's not normal in the first place, to get a huge amount of stress just when doing a little thing. Like, I could just think, okay, I'm just gonna look over it, and if I feel like editing the video, I can edit it. Otherwise, I just look at what I've already got, and if I don't feel like editing after I've opened the project, then I can just ignore it. No pressure. But I can't do that because my brain doesn't understand what no pressure means. It's like, yes, pressure, all the time, pressure. Nothing but pressure, all the pressure. These aren't very good. Topaz Brooch used to be real good, but they hecka nerfed it, so it's kind of dead useless now. Like, look at that. That barrier lasted for like half a second. I'm not even kidding. By the way, that little thing down there, not pointing with my finger this time, how only part of your health bar is textured, that's the one-shot protection threshold. That's where, I think that's where it takes you down. Like, if you take damage that would have normally killed you in one hit, then instead it'll just take you down to that much health. Pretty sure that's how that works, and what that symbol stands for. Man, the Genesis loop is so good. Like, yeah, it only activates when you're at low health, but when it activates, it activates. Another tri-tip dagger. Cool. See, it's another useless item because I've already got them. So how's your day going? I say as if you can answer. Actually, you can answer. That's what comments are for. Go ahead and leave literally any kind of comment you want, as long as it's not like, you know, offensive or spam or anything like that. Like, if it's criticism, go ahead, as long as it's not like grave tender. Giant ox squirrel thing for real though. What even the heck is this? What even the heck? That's how language works, yes. I also want to do a Risk of Rain lore video, that'd be fun. Oh, hi! We got Flamin' Dude. Spicy sand crab. It sounds like a dish. It's a rare delicacy in this part of the galaxy. Rare because, dish often eats you before you can eat it. I love how the bodies just, like, if you're looking away from them and then you turn to look at them, then, like, if you look away from them, they go into whatever their default pose is, but then if you turn to look at them, they settle, and it goes, boo, like, oh crud, he's looking, quick, act busy, act dead. It's just funny. I hope they never fix that bug. This is one of those harmless bugs that's really fun. It just makes the game better, and it doesn't make the game worse at all. And we suppose could kill immersion a tiny bit. As if the game was realistic enough to have a bunch of immersion in the first place. By the way, I bought the soundtrack for Risk of Rain 2 a few days before the game released. Well, turns out what happened is they were doing this thing where... oh! Do we have a portal? No? Just looks blue for no reason? Okay, cool. They had this thing where, if you buy the soundtrack before the game comes out, then you get a bonus song or something like that. And, so I bought it a few days before release, because I'm like, okay, I want to buy it before the game releases. I could have bought it when it first came out, but I was procrastinating, because that's what I do. But, apparently, I was still too late, even though it was a few days before the game released. I still got it as if I had bought it after the game released, which is annoying. Like, why even have time-sensitive purchases? That just de-incentivizes people to, like, it might incentivize people to buy it more before the time-sensitive thing, because they're like, oh, I gotta buy this before it becomes unavailable. But then, afterwards, they're just like, wait, I'm paying the same as other people did, but I'm not even getting the same amount? It's like DLC. And it's kind of dumb, honestly, and I don't like that. Like, this is why piracy exists, because, like, if people could buy all the things, then they probably would. Like, there's some games that you just can't buy anymore, so people pirate them. This is kind of the same. Like, I'm not condoning piracy, especially with, like, Copper games, because they're cool, and I kind of want to support them, but, like, I don't know. I mean, video game soundtracks should be They should come with the game. I would be okay with paying a little more for the game if it always included the soundtrack. But just separating them out so you have to buy them separately. Like, sometimes you get a discount if you buy them both at the same time, but I just think that you should always get the soundtrack with the game. Because, I mean, you've already got all the music in the game, it's just you can't listen to it out of the game unless you want to, like, I don't know, have the game open while you do other things, or record the sounds of the game and then use that or something like that. Ooh, ukulele, that's good. Sweet, I lost my Lepton Daisy. That's not even a good item in the first place. Radicool. I'm actually doing incredibly well. I've not done this well in a very long time. Like, since the update, they actually made the game harder. They made the difficulty go up faster. They made the game harder in other ways as well, like nerfing some items and things. Pijaro's and Runald's band, they are now less good. But again, this isn't the video for that. But that's none of my business. Drinks chocolate milk from a mug. I was gonna say tea, but I don't drink tea. I was trying to think of something I do drink. Mostly water. Occasionally milk and chocolate milk, but mostly water. I have 9 daggers. How do you even hold 9 daggers? How do daggers make your bullets bleed enemies? Am I just shooting the daggers out of my gun? That would be awesome. I have a dagger machine gun. Or dagger gun or whatever. That's cool. I'm real glad they brought these back. Yeah, they brought these back from the first game. I'm always too slow to actually get anything good from them, but I like having them. Oh, I've had a rusty key like this whole time, and I haven't found a single one of those chests. That's cool. What's this printer? Is that a fuel cell? Ooh, I'm gonna get a fuel cell. Please take the war horn. Oh, or the Old War Stealth Kit, that works too. I'm getting real lucky with these 3D printers, that's gonna be fantastic. I'm not gonna take more than that. I think just one is good. Don't want to lose any more, just in case I lose something good. Bleaching seed, I always like that. But yeah, legit, how is your day going? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Let me know how your day's going. Is anything fun happening? If you have any questions. They don't have to be questions about the video even, just like questions in general, like, hey, how long do you cook minute rice for? Or, help, my dog is stuck in a tree, how do I get it down? You know, any kind of questions. Put pretty much anything you want in the comics, yes, in the comments section. Like, just leave a comment of some sort, telling me, even if it just, hey, cool vid, like, if you mean it, and you actually did think the vid was cool, then by all means leave a comment. If you think the video is bad, just say, I don't like this video. I mean, I prefer if you told me why, but at least if you did tell me you don't like the video, then I'd know that you did something wrong here. Although I wouldn't know why you disliked the video, so I wouldn't know if you liked my other videos, and there's something specific about this video, or if you just dislike all of my videos. Yeah, don't forget to dislike and unsubscribe, leave some hate in the comments, all that stuff. You know the drill. You know the wrench. They actually buffed the quick controls, which is nice. They now activate a lot more often, which is great. It's always nice to have that happen. Pew, 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 pew. These sand crab volcano boys are real annoying. They're not the most dangerous enemy, because as long as you keep moving, you're pretty safe. And all characters can attack while moving. But these guys are just a huge pain in the behind. Pain in the bun. I think that's all of them. What I want to do is I want to First off, check to see if there's items up here, which there are. Then I want to get that shrine over there. Another foot. Foot! Oh! Poo, that's not what I wanted to happen. I don't have a double jump or anything either. Let's heal, because I don't trust myself being this low on health. Well, no, I trust myself, I just don't trust the game to not kill me. That slide move's pretty sick. Repulsion armor plate. It's really only good in the early games from what I've heard. But hey, it's worth a try. It's worth getting. Still, from what I hear, it still helps in the late game, just not really very much. But I will still take it. I think I got just about everything. Almost ready for the Teleporter. I'm not even tryharding, and I'm doing better than when I was tryharding. I'm impressed with myself. Ooh, there's the box. I found the box. Coolio, let's grab it. Runald's Band. High damage hit also blasts enemies with rune ice recharges over time. See, the thing about that, you have to deal 400% of your normal damage, which is your base damage that levels up when you level up. And it's only increased by things like Shake Glass. But 400% damage, that's a lot of damage. So you're not gonna do that very often. So it takes... So that means that Runald and Kajaro's band, like, they never... That's a cool good item. It's a cool good, yes. Jarl's and Runald's bands, like, never actually trigger. And then when they do, they also, on top of that, have a cooldown. For some reason. Except the cooldown never even goes into effect because it can't, because it doesn't even get activated in the first place. I don't get it. So yeah, those bands are both kind of useless now, at least compared to where they were before. I did get the box, right? The free money box? Yes, it did. This is a mod that makes chests disappear when you loot them. I might get that, because it just makes it so much... It's such a pain when you're like, did I loot that chest? Crowbar. I think the Foreign Fruit is probably the best used item. Because just the healing it gives is just freaking fantastic. It's almost mandatory, honestly. Like, damage is great and all, but as long as you have damage with the heal... If you have enough damage to kill things, that's enough damage, but the heal... 2 ukuleles, okay, I mean, I'll take them. For what they're worth. Don't really improve the ukulele much, because, again, it's one of those items that doesn't stack well. That's the worst one, is, like, with the dagger, at least you can get 7 of them before they start being useless. With the... Dude, awesome! Another red item. With the ukulele and some other items, getting just one of them, after that, they become useless because the stacks don't do anything. Like, imagine you get a red... You spend the entire stage saving up for a red item and you get a second brilliant behemoth. But that just increases the range of the explosion, just increases the damage. So it's still... doesn't help much. That's sucky. My throat hurts. I don't talk much, so I don't get much used to... You know what I mean. I'm not gonna bother finishing that sentence. That's just more effort than it's worth. I'm doing real good, man. This is great. Sludge. Theoretically, you could actually pronounce it like that, because G could be hard G or soft J. Kind of like, why do we even have, like, we have J and G. G should always go G, and it should probably be called G or G or something instead of G. and then we can have, so if it's spelled with a G, it's G. If it's spelled with a J, it's J. That would make it a lot easier. But no, English sucks. Actually, from what I've heard, pretty much every language sucks. Thanks, Tower of Babel. I mean, hey, they gave the people who made Duolingo a job, but... Dude, I just thought about that. Even if it weren't for, like, all the languages being different and stuff, we would still need to come up with sign language. That's fantastic. Why didn't we make our text, like, our written language? Why didn't we make that just be things that you can do in the shape of your hands? That way, sign language would come naturally, and it wouldn't have to be separate from, normal, written language. That way, deaf people gotta learn 2 languages. I mean, non-deaf people already have to learn 2 languages, written and non-written, written and verbal, but, like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you get my point. Right? For your sake, I hope you do, because I'm not gonna explain it any better. I do mostly like the music for this stage. I still think the music was better in Risk of Rain 1. Like, the songs in this game that are good, they're just as good as in Risk of Rain 1. But there's less songs that I like. Like, in Risk of Rain 1, I can listen to the whole soundtrack without skipping any of them, because I don't actively dislike any of them. They've all at least grown on me to the point where they're okay. Like, the Mushroom one and Aurora Borealis. Cyclogenesis and Aurora Borealis, I used to skip those, but I don't anymore. They're not fantastic, but they're alright, and they're nice, and I'll listen to them. Nice background noise, but I won't listen to a lot of the music tracks in Risk of Rain 2. I'll skip a lot of them. Also, why did they give them such weird names? Like, in the first one, there was Double Leaping Rainbow, which had a swear word that kind of killed the theme, killed the mood. Like, I mean, I don't like swearing in general, but also in this context, it just makes it less cool, more silly. Like, putting, like, swear words and stuff in the names of these, of the songs, that just doesn't, the name doesn't live up to the coolness of the song itself. I feel like the names aren't worthy of how cool the songs are. Well, some of them. There's some songs that I think, like, you could name it Doot Doot Bop, and I would be like, yeah, that fits how I feel about the song. But, yeah. I'm still out of breath. That's cool. Fitness is my passion. I put the pass in passion. Like, as in, I'm gonna pass on that. In case you didn't get the joke. I like explaining jokes. People say it makes them less funny, but I think it makes it more funny, just because I'm not supposed to explain the joke. So my explaining the joke makes it funny. See, I'm doing it right now. I'm explaining my joke about not explaining the joke, but explaining the joke anyway. These are so cute! I love these little mushrooms. They go hoppy boing 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 boing. I would get one as a pet if I could, because they're so friggin' cute. I would just get one and plant it in a little terrarium, and it would be adorable. Fertilize my crops or whatever they do. Oh, I could use it as a composter, because according to the lore, they just plant themselves in, what they do is they kill things by releasing toxic spores, like that, and then they plant themselves over the corpse and absorb nutrients. So it's like a plant, but it's like alive. Like, plants are already alive, but it's like a sentient, intelligent plant that moves. It's real cool. Very clever. That's what I like about the lore of Risk of Rain 2. You hear what's going on to the soundtrack right now? It's going wee. It's got a very, like, high-pitched, whiny kind of sound. And a lot of the soundtracks in this game, a lot of the music tracks have that. But a lot of them didn't have that before the Scorched Acres update. Like the Titanic Plains music, it has a wheel, 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 wheel part, but that was only added in Scorched Acres. They still have that awesome... Oh, hi. Pretty sure it has to crash. Yeah, it just lag. I've had before with this graphics card. It's more prone to lag spikes, but they're pretty rare, and when it isn't lag spiking, it's significantly better than my previous one. And, again, I'm gonna get it replaced as well. But yeah, so... I don't like how pretty much all the songs have that wee part in them, because I don't like that part. It doesn't fit the rest of the song, it's just kind of annoying. And it goes on forever, why is it still going? It's still going wee. That is a lot of focus crystals. I interrupt myself. I used to be a good listener. Well, I wasn't really a good listener, I was just too shy to interrupt people. Now I do all the talking. Someone says something, I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of something I did, because I want to turn the conversation to myself. I am real good at socializing. I don't know if you can tell. It comes with being a gamer. Yeah, I put all my skill points in. Comedy and like writing, game design, and literally all the other skills I just completely ignored, including speech. My speech skill is very low. Another turtle. Memes have not helped my speakage, because now I call things like boy, spelled B-O-I, and broski, and all that. I use all the leet speak and all these stuff and things like that. An example is really the only way I can actually describe it, because we haven't invented words weird enough to actually describe that properly yet. Ironically, that's the thing, is sometimes you just don't have enough. Like, you have a concept, but no one's invented a word for it. And even if they did invent a word for how would they describe it without using the word? Like, Bofranium. Let's say that's a word that's invented that is... It's a word meant for something that didn't previously have a word to describe it. But the description of... I forgot what the word was called already. The description of it is just the word itself, like Bofranium, to the act of being Bofranium, or something like that, you know? Like dead, the feature of the classification of being dead. Like, what are you gonna... there's nothing to call that, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Don't worry, I still will stop before the final teleporter. But I'll also make this video smaller. Oh yeah, I just remembered there's this thing I wanted to put in the intro for this video that I completely forgot about. I can just edit it in. It's so stupid that just to edit a tiny... Literally just to edit a 2-second thing in a 40-minute video, you have to recombobulate or whatever the entire video just to edit that one tiny thing in. Molten Perforator chance on hit Fire Magma boss. I like how there's more boss items now. That's very good. Boss items are good. I think every boss should have its own unique music track. And every stage and every boss. I think that would be nice. Because when tracks get reused, sometimes it's cool if they're good tracks, but it'd be nice to have unique ones, you know? Like, I've always associated Double Rainbow with Ifrit, Merciful Rain 1. Oh my goodness, I wish they could have put Ifrit in the first, or in the second game, but canonically that wouldn't really make sense, because it's already dead, like Providence, so can't really have him in this game. I don't know, it'd still be cool though, you know? I would really like that. Because Ifrit is just so cool. apparently the devs they weren't really happy with how they did Ifrit. I don't understand. He was so cool. Like, maybe the mechanics weren't perfect, but they were better than some boss fights, and he just looked so friggin' cool. Fighting you when you have the double rainbow music going, oh man, that's just awesome. Anyway, I've talked enough, I think. I've run out of things to say, and I've reached the point where I need to go to the final boss, which I don't want to spoil for y'all, so... Oh, one more thing. I'm considering doing a Hypixel Skyblock series. I know everyone, their dog has made a... I should have said everyone, their hamster. I'm gonna say everyone, their hamsters made a Skyblock series, but, like, I was thinking of doing one where it'd just be, like, Skyblock, but for people who actually want to have fun and not spend years grinding for one thing, and Skyblock for people that actually want to have a life, or something like that, you know? Anyway, if you want to see that, let me know, and I might do it if you... Like, I might do it anyway, but it would help if you told me you wanted that. Also, if you want more... Let me know in the comments, what kind of videos do you want? Do you want more Cube World? I could bring back the Dig or Die series, that seemed pretty popular. I know everyone wants Hollow Knight, so I'm gonna just assume that's a top priority. But, like, what other videos you want to see me do? Skyblock? Cube World? Just let me know. Give all the feedback that you possibly have, whereas... Give me all the feedback that you can possibly have, that you can think of. And I will read it, because I read the comments. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm bad at outros. Goodbye.